planks, which is a really great ab exercise. Next week we're going to talk about squats. Then we're going to really get into doing body weight circuits, barbell complexes, other kinds of really intense exercises, things you can do, you know, at the gym to kind of show off a little bit. But first of all, today we're going to do the plank. So what this is a really good core exercise. Core weakness is really common among a lot of people in general. Really, it's a cause of a lot of low back pain and injury that people get. A lot of times if you have low back pain, it's simply because your core is weak and doesn't have the support that it needs. And for some of you, you may have come in, you're like, okay, I'm going to strengthen my abs, I'm going to do a bunch of sit-ups and crunches. And for a lot of women, especially as a trainer, they come and tell me, well, my stomach got bigger, like I got wider, which is actually true. Because what happens is that we all have a six-pack. It just depends on what we're hiding it under. And when you do a lot of crunches and a lot of sit-ups, you're working the muscle and you're building it up, but unless you get rid of what's on top of it, it's just gonna make you wider. So the planks are a really good way to strengthen your abs. There's ways to kind of cinch you inward, which most people wanna be cinched inward. And then it really depends on your diet and on your cardio to get rid of what's on top. But for first, we're gonna start with how to do the plank, how to work up to the plank, and then we're gonna show you some different versions of the plank. So let's get started. Okay, now as far as building up to the plank, you may not be able to do the full plank at first, so you can start off on your knees. It's kind of similar to the way that you would build up to a full body push-up. What you're gonna do is come down on the mat. You wanna place your forearms on the mat, and when you're on your knees, you just stay in this position and use your abs to hold yourself up. Again, you don't wanna stick your butt in the air, and you don't wanna let your hips drop either. You wanna keep yourself as straight as you possibly can. And then when you get a little stronger, go ahead and lift up on your toes. And this really is the plank. You want to hold it as long as you can. You can do several sets to failure. This is a great starting point. But there's a lot of modifications of the plank that you can do as well. Okay, some of the different versions of planks I'm going to cover. This is for those of you, again, that have already used the plank. You're stronger in your core. You want something a little more challenging. The first is an extended plank. Basically, the extended plank is just holding a full body push-up position. So you're just placing your palms down, up on your toes, and hold. Now, if you want to make this a little harder for your obliques, you're going to turn, raise one palm towards the ceiling. Hold it as long as you can. This is a side plank. Now, you can do these either on your forearm or extended like my arm is here, and then you turn and you do the other side. And again, if you're looking for something a little more challenging beyond the extended plank, you get in the extended plank position, in that nice push-up position, keep your hips down. You're going to drop to your forearm, drop to the other forearm, and then lift yourself back up. This is called a plank up. These are really challenging for your core. Now when you do these, try to do them for 30 seconds at a time and go as quickly as you can. Okay, now you can make the plank up a little more challenging by adding a weight. What you're going to do is the regular plank up, you're going to reach underneath your body and then move the weight to the other side. So it's going to look like this. That's going to make that exercise a lot more challenging. Keep increasing the dumbbell weight and really work to twist underneath and pull the weight across. Now there's two more versions of the plank that I'm going to show you. Now the next kind of plank is a plank with a knee up. Now for those of you that don't have a really strong core yet, you can do this putting your hands against a bench. Now for you ladies, this is going to be an awesome exercise. This is a really great ab exercise to cinch you inward, which is what most women want. What you're going to do, get in that plank position again. Extended planks, you're going to be in the full body push-up position. You're going to take your knee across to the opposite elbow and then forward to the same elbow. So you're going to bring it across and then you're going to bring it forward. And then you can switch. Or you can do a couple or several in a row. After a while, you're really going to feel that burn. And again, if you're still looking for something even a little more challenging, again, resistance bands are your best friend if you're working out at home or you want to have exercises to build your core strength. Again, I get my bands off www.resistancebandtraining.com, and there's a lot of videos on there by Dave Schmitz, who does a lot of teaching you how to use them, how to do different combinations, really awesome workout stuff. But I do use these to help make my plank a little bit harder. Here's what you do. You're going to loop the band behind your back and place it in your palms, just like this. You want to keep it across your low back because then it's going to actually pull you down and you have to press up against it. So then you can get just in the extended all of a sudden I have resistance against my low back without putting any weights on my back or anything like that. And if you get to a point where this isn't really that hard, start bringing that knee across, and it's gonna get a lot tougher. Or you can just bring your knee straight up. Now you can do those for numbered sets. You can do them for time, try for 30 seconds or a minute if you really want to be challenged. Or you can do what's called Tabatas, which means you have a certain work period and then a certain rest period. For example, you could do 40 seconds on and 20 seconds off, or 45 seconds on and 15 seconds off. So the plank is going to be one of your best friends when it comes to building core strength. It's going to help you cinch your waist in, help you with all your lifts. Remember, if you have any questions or you have something specific you want to see me cover, there's an email at the bottom of your screen. Go ahead and shoot me an email. I'll answer any questions you have, and we'll cover squats next week.